Hello and happy Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was filled with a lot of board games. If you're new to following here, my name is Kat Kruger. My pronouns are she, her, and I am. So my Mondays are spent with solo journaling, and I'm currently playing Thousand-Year-Old Vampire, and I'm playing it probably the way that it's not intended to be played. Most of my content is very cozy, which is odd for to play a vampire game, but I'm playing it sort of what we do in the shadow style. So there's definitely still some serious moments, but not a ton of gore or uh, too many heavy things happening, or it's sort of like a PG-13 version of this game, but also trying to find some humorous moments, such as the character I'm playing she started off named Mila Lugosi, thanks to Jane the Geek in chat, and I'm gonna actually put in here what I'm playing, um, and she was a merchant, slightly older uh, merchant in life. She started off her life in a village, sort of on I was thinking like the border of Europe and Asia, because that's representative of me and my background. And so put her somewhere around Siberia. And she had a really good friend who was the sage in the town named Babustasia. And she was still living with her father, who passed along the merchant business. She had a nemesis named Alton the Rash. There was a double entendre there, and uh, you know, got turned into a vampire by a strigoi in the forest. And since then, quite a lot has happened. She she fled to the woods because Alton the Rash had convinced her friends, Babustasia in particular, that she was a vampire and or a witch or something. Obviously, it was true. Unfortunately, Babustasia was killed in this kerfuffle. And then so Mila fled to the woods to live with the Strigoi who turned her. His name is Stanislav. Hi, Andy. Happy Monday to you. Just doing a recap. The and Stanislav also lived in the woods with Yefeodor, another Strigoi, and they are just like constantly like trying to outdo each other and bicker and fight. Good old Jeff, yeah, or Yef. And they're so she's living with these two immortals, and um, at some point they were bickering over a noble's like title paperwork, and Mila convinced them to give her the paperwork because she had most recently lived as a mortal. So she became Baroness of Holga, and eventually um, there was war that came through the area. Doing some historical research, like really quick research, there was a lot of wars with the Mongolian Empire, kind of reaching out, and so during the course of this 100 years, a lot of that happened in the area. So they fled to the mountains to just lay low for a little bit. And during that time, Mila took a nap and she woke up 100 years later, and basically every mortal she knew had passed away, and her memories began to change and alter, and she no longer recalled that she had been a mere merchant. She thought that she was, in fact, and always had been, Baroness of Holga. So the Baroness owned a merchant vessel that her, Stanley, and Jeff all took over after they feasted on the crew of the merchant ship. It was called the Merry Merchant. Acquired, yes. And but during the 100-year nap, the ship was lost, and um, she was, however, able to retrieve a what was it, a brooch that had a secret compartment in it. I feel like oh, and also when she woke up from her nap, she decided to tour the village where she grew up and discovered that there was a descendant of a cat owned by Baba Stasia. Invictus was Baba Stasia's cat. She knew it was the descendant because it had 8 um, toe beans. It was a polydactyl cat and had the same sort of markings. And so she decided to adopt this cat named Spice. Um, this is an important side note because in last week's episode, she turned her cat into a vampire. It was because the cat witnessed her, um, um, feasting on a tailor that she had a disagreement with, and the cat freaked out, and so did the Baroness. She didn't want to lose her own one and only friend in the world, so she turned Spice. So now we have a vampire cat in the mix here, along with the fact that the Baroness has basically invented pyramid schemes. She owns a she owns this like multi-level marketing scheme for selling snake oil, basically. But she did go into a partnership with somebody named Hilda Miksalov, uh, and Hilda had found Babastasia's Book of Remedies, and so there's like a little air of legitimacy to what she's doing now because she does have actual um, cures that work now. And I think that's basically where we left off from last week. It was a lot. It was quite a lot of fun too. So now we have uh, Stanislav, Yefeodor, semi-legitimate snake oil business, and Spice the Immortal. So they're all these 3 immortals that she's living with. Plus, Hilda is a mortal NPC who's sort of running the business by day at this point. We shall see what happens this week. So I'm just going to switch over to my iPad journal, and we're going to start a new page here. I'm going to also go into the book, which I have on my iPad as well. So the last entry that we did was this antiquity that had surfaced, and that antiquity was the brooch. And I sort of feel like this brooch, um, obviously it's very small, so it can't carry a lot, but I feel like it maybe like the Baroness now carries like cat treats or something in it to sort of help um, calm down her kitty. Um, and yeah, I don't know what kind of like blood pocket pills or something that she has infused with catnip or something. I don't know. Anyway, as I play through these solo RPGs, I do also like to try to continue to help anyone learn to play along with me. What we're doing is looking at these prompts. I'm playing this in the long version. Maybe the catnip grows with blood instead of water. Yeah, maybe she's got some sort of magical infusion there. Um, I'm playing the journal version of this game, which is the longer version. There's also a quick play where you only um, mark what's going on with the traits instead of journaling as well. But I'm trying to get into character here to role play the Baroness. And so this is the longer version. And so what you do with the journal prompts is you roll a d10 and a d6, and you subtract the total. A positive number makes you go forward in the journals, negative makes you go backwards. A 0 means you stay on the same prompt. And there are three prompts, three different versions of prompts, or three different prompts within one prompt. I guess that's how you say it. So we're gonna go ahead here. I have not gone backwards yet, which is interesting. A 9 minus 1. So that is an 8. That brings us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no! What? Okay. I did not expect that this game was gonna end this fast. That was very sudden. I was like, this vampire is gonna have like so much fun this episode, and it just I need a second because I was absolutely not prepared for that. Uh, well, that sucks. I feel like her pyramid scheme is probably the thing that did her in, um, selling all these this snake oil. Yeah, let's go back. 68 plus 8, 76, right? 9 minus 1 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Actually, all of these look like the game is over when you get past 71. Oh, no. I'm so sad because I was having so much fun with Mila. Okay. Wow. I was expecting this game to last much longer than this. I guess we're gonna have to talk about what I play next because this is not how I was expecting today. Yeah, I know. Um, wow. All right. 15 minutes into the stream and the game is over. I think she's gonna have to escape and we're gonna have to continue this game some other way. It would be, if it were predictable, it would be less fun. Yes, I know. I know. I'm still sad though. All right. So I think that this, whatever the government is, oh, you know what? Maybe Hilda was like, I don't know, like undercover government. Um, like, she was just undercover and realized what was going on. Because I feel like because Spice Spice probably I'm gonna say that Spice was responsible for murdering Hilda, and then the government comes in realizing, wow, fully what's going on. Ah, okay. What do they do with you? Well, I have to go. No, I don't think I'll finish the prompt this way first. Blame it all on spice. Yes. All right. Um, One evening, I awoke to discover Spice had feasted upon Hilda. Um, we made haste to dispose of body. Um, it would be easy enough to explain. She had better job offer elsewhere. Yeah, good life lesson here, or unlife lesson. Um, we carried about our evening as usual with Stanislav and Fyodor bickering about who among them was better at um, hiding evidence. Everything stays stays anything, but I have grown accustomed to it as I lay down to rest. I give scratches to spice. What is going on with this word? Scratches to spice and wish my companions a good rest. In the morning, mm, I have found peace. I have found peace here. In the morning, there was much noise and disruption. The local constabulary tore through the manor, crying out after vampires and their lost agent, Hilda. Um, Stanislav and Fyodor fought fiercely, but ultimately, as I rose from my resting place, the um, The sun rose upon us one final time. Okay, so final journal entry. One evening I awoke to discover spies had feasted upon Hilda. We made haste to disperse of body. It would be easy enough to explain she had better job offer elsewhere. We carried about our evening as usual, with Stanislav and Fyodor bickering about who among them was better at hiding evidence. Everything stays the same, but I have grown accustomed to it. As I lay down to rest, I gave screeches to Spice and wished my companions a good rest. They have found peace here. In the morning, there was much noise and disruption. The local constabulary tore through the manor, crying out after vampires and their lost agent, Hilda. Stanislav and Fyodor fought fiercely, but ultimately, as I rose from my resting place, the sun rose upon us one final time. All right. Goodbye, Mila Lugosi. I'm so sad. Can't believe this. All right. Well, that is that. What am I gonna play next? Play this one again. All right. Well, um, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play next because I was thinking I was gonna play this one for quite a long time. Just seemed like it was gonna be one of those games. Yeah, if she hadn't had such a long nap, she could have had a more absurd unlife experience. Absolutely. Um, well, I do have a bunch of solo games. I don't have them here in my stack, but yeah, maybe what I'll do is uh, um, kind of take a poll online and see what to play next. And maybe I'll come back to Thousand Year Vampire with a different character who is just as wacky and wild as Mila Lugosi was. I really enjoyed this character so much and was hoping that she would have much more of an unlife. But I guess we'll have to resume at some other point. I think I might try to mix it up with something that is purposefully lighthearted this next time. Um, I do have O Captain, but I feel like I recently played the captain of a ship recently with Delivered, so I'm thinking that I'm not going to do that one next, but it might be the one following, and and then yeah, do that one. So O Captain will probably be not this next solo RPG, but the following one, and I'll try to find something that's just a little different than what I've already played. So, and if you have any suggestions, let me know. Hopefully, whatever I play next will be a longer one as well. I can't believe it though, because like uh, so Delivered is like this tiny little book, and I managed to play, I don't know, like 3 months of it, and then this lasted me a month. All right. Well, thank you, Andy, as always, for joining in. I hope to get some input later on what to play. I guess I'll see you online. I do have my Wednesday stream. Yeah, I will be. I can't remember what I said I was going to do on Design Lab this week. I think it might be a magic item for Frederick Serpentine, um, because we spent a few weeks on that monster block stat block, and I'm still sort of going through like layer options and things like that. But I could always go back to Frederick to finish that monster stat block with input. But I feel like maybe changing it up might be good. Yeah, magic item is something we haven't done yet, so let's give that a try. And yeah, and then on Friday, if all goes well and childcare is okay, I will continue my. No, I should change my screen here. Yeah, still lots to go, but this side is almost done, and then I've got lots of leaves here and lots of leaves up here. So my over the garden wall cross stitch is coming along very nicely, but that'll be on Friday. All right, well, I will see you on online. Thank you, Auntie. And have a good rest of your day, and probably see you on Wednesday or at least online. All right, bye.